There was a report in the New York Times that Donald Trump Jr. called you and tried to suss out your feelings, your interest in being the vice president, and said you would be able to run domestic and foreign policy. Is that report true?
No, I never got a call. Apparently my aides did.
Donald Trump Jr. did call one of your aides and had that conversation?
That's what the reports are, but you know.
But I mean, do your aides say that that's accurate?
That's what one of them has told me, yeah.
Yeah, that it was accurate.
Yeah, but I never got a call, and that's yesterday, you know, and again, I said during the campaign, and nobody in the press believed it. You know, I might have agreed to be George Washington's vice president, but I got the second best job in the country, you know, president, governor of Ohio. So I was never interested in being anybody's vice president.
It wasn't tempting at all?
You know, isn't that amazing? I never considered it.
Really?
No. Why would I want to be vice? I'd be the worst vice president. I have too many opinions, Jake.
You have a lot of opinions,
yeah,
that's for sure.
So.
Well, because you get to run foreign policy and domestic policy. If that was the pitch, it sounds like a
well,
pretty...
I'm running foreign policy in Ohio. You got to remember, we got Michigan on our border. You know,
you're going to build a wall, I'm sure. So the Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort said you were embarrassing your state of Ohio when you skipped the convention in Cleveland. You talked about the pressure that you felt, people telling you you needed to go, you needed to endorse. Were there back channel efforts to get you to come to the convention? And who put
not really. Look,
and who put the pressure on you? Who put the pressure on you?
No. I mean, people would call who are longtime friends of mine and say, you know,
you need to do this for yourself.
Well, they say a couple things. First of all, no, you need to support the party, and secondly, you know, you don't give the impression that you're a Clinton supporter. You know, that's just kind of this thing. You know, well, let me be clear, I'm not. Okay. I see 4 years of gridlock with her, total gridlock and meltdown in economics. I mean, okay, so that's one thing.
What do you see
pressure?
With him?
Well, I see gridlock there too.
Were you surprised when Donald Trump declined to endorse Speaker Ryan, Senator McCain, and Senator Ayotte?
Yeah, well, yeah, I thought it was a little bizarre, right? Let's talk about each of them. Paul, you know, he's in the Jack Kemp mode. He's a guy that's a positive. He's a guy who wants to, you know, reach out to the people who are in poverty. He's the one that wants to lower the tax code so we don't punish the successful, build entrepreneurship. Great guy, okay? It used to be an aide when I was budget chairman. Kelly Ayotte, okay? She's a terrific senator. She comes from New Hampshire. I'm going to go campaign for her. I'm going to do whatever I can to help her.
You're going to work a lot on these down ballot races?
I'm all over. I was just in Illinois the other day helping Senator Kirk, raising money for the House Republicans in Illinois. I've been for Senator Paul. I'm going to Colorado. I mean, I was in Philadelphia in a tough race over in Philadelphia. Yeah, I'm going to help all House and Senate members, and that's important to me. Let's talk about McCain. I love John McCain. John McCain is such an amazing guy, not just an American hero, but here's a guy who has served his country well. He's outspoken. He takes orders from no one. As far as I'm concerned, McCain shouldn't even have to run for election in the Senate. He ought to be in the Senate as long as he wants to be. You know, he's in a tough race out there. I'm going to go out there. I don't care what it takes. I got to go out there and help McCain. And he really, truly is. For the people that watch this show, he's a remarkable guy. He so loves his country.
Governor, your admiration for John McCain is moving. Your nominee for president, the Republican presidential nominee, said John McCain's not a hero. He prefers people who weren't captured.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Okay, I think John McCain is a hero. Look, Jake, here's the thing. All throughout this, anybody can say, okay, you know, Trump said this, you say that. Why don't you slug him over the head? Look, my actions have spoken louder than any words.
Your refusal to endorse him.
And think about this. I want to know when anybody had a convention in their state when they were the governor who didn't go in the convention hall. I mean, some people are really furious with me about that. But I did what I thought I needed to do. And you know what? I never went in that hall to promote myself. And I wanted, believe it or not, I wanted to show respect to the nominee. And my going up there and disrupting his deal was not what I intended to do.
Can Trump win Ohio?
Can Trump win Ohio? He's going to win parts of Ohio where people are really hurting. There will be sections he will win because people are angry, frustrated, and haven't heard any answers. But I still think it's difficult if you are dividing to be able to win in Ohio. I think it's really, really difficult.
What does Donald Trump need to do to get you to vote for him? You've obviously said
Well,
that you'll never vote for Hillary Clinton. Is there any way that Donald Trump can change?
Well, it's, you know, there's so much water over the dam now, it's become increasingly difficult. But I want, you know, unifying. You know, you can either operate on the dark side of the street or you can operate in the light. I believe that America needs people to operate in the light. Plain and simple.
Governor Kasich, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for
I
the
really
time.
appreciate it.
I loved it.
Good
Thank you.
stuff. Coming up.